Jinger Duggar, star of 19 Kids and Counting, talks candidly about her new book, Family, and Changing Her Religion. Jinger Duggar Vuolo, the faithful fourth daughter on 19 Kids and Counting, appeared to be leading a perfect life for the show's millions of fans. However, the married mother of two has now rejected what she claimed were restrictive standards from her upbringing. Becoming Free Indeed, My Story of Disentangling Faith from Fear, Vuolo's latest book, describes how she broke away from the rigid Christian beliefs that she claimed were the source of her perfectionism, eating disorders, and panic attacks. Vuolo spoke with ABC News' Juju Chang about her new book and the lessons she discovered from thinking back on that period of her life. In my opinion, it has a lot of traits that, according to some, would make it a cult, correct? However, I'm not an authority on that, so I can't say, she remarked. But I would say it has a lot of similarities because it's so hard to leave. The Duggar family, who rose to fame during the 8201 TLC reality TV series, were devoted adherents of the Institute in Basic Life Principles, which was started by Minister Bill Gothard. Vuolo, however, has since abandoned the ideologies he practiced as a child. I believed that everything I had learned from this man I had followed was true. I was taught the Bible by this teacher when I was a child, and I believed that everything he spoke was inspired by God. Vuolo clarified, "It wasn't until I got older I stopped and started to examine his teachings." She went on, "He's definitely a false prophet, false teacher. Initially, he comes on the scene with the answers to life's biggest problems." 2014 saw Gothard step down following accusations of sexual harassment from his younger female followers, saying, "My heart was just broken." Vuolo expressed her feelings. Gothard referred to the charges as false and was never charged with any crimes. "To consider harassing someone is completely outside of my character." He told ABC News that it never would have happened. Vuolo asserts in her most recent book that her brother Joshua Duggar, who is incarcerated for 12 years after being charged with sexual abuse, exhibited similar hypocrisy. Of pornographic material featuring children. Though she claims she hasn't spoken to him since he was imprisoned, she describes it as a horrific evil in the book. She admitted to ABC News through tears that it's hard to talk about. "I talk a little bit about that in the book and how my heart just breaks for the victims and their families, but for all the trail of pain that's been left behind," she said. "I think the best thing I can do is just pray for him," Vuolo stated. "My parents and I still communicate. I recently spoke with my mother, and I truly am appreciative of my parents. They wanted me to have the finest possible life. You act in your child's best interest." According to Vuolo, her parents still affirm Gothard's ideas and say, "But if they want to, I will let them share their story." When ABC News asked her parents for a statement, they did not get back to them right away. Despite her upbringing plagued by patriarchal laws and lengthy skirts, Vuolo claims she is still a fervent Christian. With her own young daughters, she is adopting a different tack by hiding their identities from the public eye until they are mature enough to make their own decisions on social media and television.